MarchMadness.
Yo, what's up, internet? So today I'm going to fill out my third and final March Madness bracket. Here we go. Number 1 always beats number 16, Villanova. Wisconsin, Virginia Tech. I'm going to go Wisconsin this time. Virginia, UNC Wilmington. Go with a little upset. UNC Wilmington. Florida versus ETSU. I'm going to go Florida. SMU versus Providence / USC. I really like a first 4 team always makes it past the first round, and let's go with Providence. Baylor. This one's very even. I really like Marquette though. Let's go Duke. Villanova, Wisconsin. Villanova, UNC Wilmington, Florida. Florida. Providence versus USC. Providence / USC versus Baylor, sorry. Let's have a little upset here. Providence over Baylor. Marquette versus Duke. Duke. Villanova versus Florida. Villanova. And Providence versus Duke. Duke. I have this coming out every round because this is the matchup that we want to see. And Villanova versus Duke. I'm gonna go Duke this time. So that makes Duke our final 4 in the East. Alright, next up we're at the West. 1 always beats 16, Gonzaga. Northwestern versus Vandy. Northwestern. Notre Dame versus Princeton. Go Ivy League. Princeton. West Virginia versus Bucknell. West Virginia. Maryland versus Xavier. I'm feeling a little upset here. Xavier. Florida versus Florida Gulf Coast University. You know, there's always one with 2 double-digit seeds that advance to the 32. This is going to be mine. Florida Gulf Coast. St. Mary's versus VCU. This one's so even. We're going to have 3 double-digit VCU. Arizona, North Dakota. Arizona. Gonzaga, Northwestern. Gonzaga. West Virginia, Princeton. West Virginia. Xavier versus FGSCU. Xavier. Arizona, VCU, Arizona. God, I don't want the 1 versus 2 again. But they're favorites for a reason, right? Gonzaga and Arizona. They always seem to mess up here, though. Gonzaga just always does. But let's have them go to the Final 4 in the West. Gonzaga. Alrighty, guys, we are on to the Midwest region. As you know, Kansas. Number 1 always beats 16. Miami versus Michigan State. I'm going to go Michigan State this time. Iowa State, Nevada. Iowa State. Purdue versus Vermont. Go with a little upset here. Vermont. Harrington versus Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Oregon every time. This one. Go Michigan. Go Wolverines. And of course, Louisville. Kansas versus Michigan State. Michigan State with Izzo always advances further than you think they do. So, upset Michigan State. Iowa State versus Vermont. Iowa State. Oregon. Michigan versus Louisville. Louisville. Alright, Michigan State versus Iowa State. Again, Michigan State always advances further than they should, except for last year. Yeah, let's go, Michigan State. Oregon versus Louisville. I am going to go Oregon. And I'm going to have Oregon advancing to the Final 4 in the Midwest. Alrighty, guys, on to the South. North Carolina, of course. Arkansas versus Seton Hall. Let's go Seton Hall. Minnesota versus Middle Tennessee. I'm really feeling Middle Tennessee, guys. I'm going Middle Tennessee. Butler versus Winthrop. Butler. Cincinnati versus K-State / Wake Forest. Fun fact, the game's actually going on right now. I'm rooting for Wake Forest. Got them advancing in the first 4. But I see they always advance. One first 4 team always advance. Why not Wake Forest / K-State? But let's go Wake Forest. UCLA, Kent State, UCLA every time. Dayton versus Wichita State. I'm gonna go Wichita State. And Kentucky, of course. All right, North Carolina, Seton Hall, North Carolina. Middle Tennessee versus Butler, Butler. UCLA versus K-State / Wake Forest. Go UCLA. Come on, Lonzo Ball. Wichita State versus Kentucky, Kentucky. North Carolina, Butler. North Carolina. UCLA / Kentucky. Go UCLA. And of course, North Carolina / UCLA, North Carolina. And finally, guys, we are on to the final 4. Duke versus Gonzaga. I like Duke in this round. Oregon versus North Carolina. North Carolina. Now we're on to the battle of the North Carolinians. North Carolina versus Duke. Go North Carolina this one. North Carolina, I have you winning the championship in my 3rd bracket. Thanks for watching, guys.